named that year's Player of the Year. Division play of the PBA World Championship rolls on from Las Vegas. Josh Blanchard eliminated with a 139. Kretzer, Fagan, Belmo move on to match number 2. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Chris Barnes back here with you. Jason Belmonte, kind of a ho-hum 188, 4 strikes, had 2 opens. Yet you get the feeling, Randy, he's this close to figuring out the lanes.
Well, he didn't miss the pocket from the 6th frame on the last game. And what Belmo is waiting on, or hoping on, is that the lanes break down enough to where he can move in and create more angle. And once that happens, he's going to be a handful.
Now, Mike Fagan with the 194, but Chris, you're saying he needs to make a move immediately or he's out.
That's what I think, absolutely. I think he played him straight that first game. He thought the scoring space was going to be low. He was right. Josh had a he had a train wreck game. I think now he has to move probably 8 or 9 left with his feet, get his target on a 23, 24, 25 to get left of where Belmo, and at least as far left as Kretzer, to have a chance to advance to the final.
And there is Kretzer, the guy who had the high score, 231 with 8 strikes. Let's see what he has in store here in match number 2. So Jason Belmonte will start us off here in match number 2. Best ever finish here at the PBA World Championship, 7th in 2010. Good start. Brian Kretzer, the high man in the opening game.
Well, I got to tell you guys, the more bowling balls that go down the lane, I think the more it favors this guy right here.
Making his 9th career TV singles appearance, Jason Belmonte. Two-handed style. Perfect.
He's got a little hold now. I think you're absolutely right, Randy. He can open it up enough now to get it back. Now he's got a little hold. That shot was 3-6-10 the first game.
Answered the one he brought to Vegas. Belmo looking to start match 2 with a triple. He's got it figured out.
So once the old pattern breaks down enough and he can move farther left and open his angle up a little bit to the right, with that kind of power, tall order to beat that.
And Jason can keep going left. On your Christmas present from you, I'm going to give you an idea. You can fire me up an official PBA jersey. Customizable jerseys, designs for individuals or teams, still available over at PBA.com. Hurry up. Can you get me a PDW one, maybe?
No, I'm going to get you one with a big, giant ham bone on the front.
Do they make those? If not, they should. And I should get a cut. Jason Belmonte looking to open up, speaking of a ham bone, with an opening ham bone.
Not quite the same response Weber gives you when he gets his ham bone, but pretty exciting messenger nonetheless.
Now, late kick at the 10. Here. Opening 4-bagger for both Belmo and Fagan here in match number 2.
And that's why Mike Fagan is bowling in the World Championships, and I'm sitting here next to you.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of with you. You'd think he would be trying to do a little bit more of what this guy's doing.
Drops the nickel to Belmo.
Yeah, Fagan is one of the best in the world. He's not only playing the gutter, but playing the left gutter. And he's awfully good in between, too. I think
Sean Rash Strike after strike after strike. They took a deep. We were teased with a taste of a double 300 game. Belmo, Fagan, both perfect through 5 right now. Long ways to go before we start discussing in further detail 300 games.
Rob Stone just cracked open a 6-pack right next to me. Yeah, remember last week, Weber had the...
And that's Belmo right now, perfect through 6. He's on top here. And match number 2 is buddy Mike Fagan, 12 behind Brian Kretzer, trailing Fagan by 9 pins as we begin the 7th. Seven in a row to open up.
Redonkulous.
Here are Belmo's last 5 frames, courtesy of the CAT system. And check out the consistency in speed and position at the arrows midway down the lane. All of them nearly identical. Just freakishly good stuff there. Kretzer, middle right of target.
F4. He's going to stay where he's at, and he's going to try and outbowl these guys. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job of it. He's throwing better shots than anyone, but he's got the toughest road to get there.
Well, I don't know if I agree with better than anyone. I mean, this guy's making some pretty good shots, too. But the bottom line is if Michael Fagan didn't think he had a chance doing what he's doing, he wouldn't be doing it. Boom! You know what we call that, Rob? You call a 4-bagger a ham bone. I call that mungus.
As humongous?
Yeah, as in humongous. This is just ridiculously nasty. That kind of speed with those RPMs at that angle, it's almost unfair.
Belmo just 4 strikes away now from a very elusive.
It almost seems like his pocket is really, really narrow, whereas Belmonte's is really wide.
All right, it's the whole idea of creating revolutions, creating entry angle. You make your pocket wide. He's purposely shutting it down a little bit, making it narrower.
9 in a row for Belmo. Fagan and Kretzer bowling for. Belmonte will step up in the 10th. Nothing but strikes from the Australian thus far. The Bo Derek. Perfect 10 from Belmo thus far.
You couldn't wait to say that.
Well, he's handling it very well. I don't know what the internal body temperature is right there, the heart rate. But from the outside, Belmo handling it better than his friend Mike Fagan, who is collapsing right now. We switch back to the left lane. 2 strikes away from perfection. Jason Belmonte.
Get ready, Rob Stone. You may be able to cross something off your bucket list.
Let me just pull it out of my pocket. I'm ready. Got my pen set. Kretzer. Trying to close out Fagan here and move on. Didn't like it.
God, that's huge. He needs to fill 18 pins in the 10th frame to shut Fagan out. Breaking that down to get 9. Tremendous break.
But first, Jason Belmonte. It's only happened 20 times under the lights of TV. A perfect game. 1 strike away from a 300. Yeah! Give it to him! Oh, my goodness. Finally, I'll see the 300 game!
You could have bet $1 million that game wasn't happening.
Oh, that's awesome. We We were teased last week by PD Dub and Sean Rash, and Belmonte delivers the goods. Another look at his 12th shot. Everybody standing up. Holds the pose, celebrates. Now it turns to Fagan in the 10th. 2-on-1, big strike.
Right now, Brian Kretzer can advance to the final match against Jason Belmonte, but he needs 9 pins on this ball.
He's got 8.
8-10 for 8. Mike Fagan needs 2 more strikes to tie.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Belmo already in the books with a 300. Kretzer done at 231. Fagan, 2 strikes to equalize.
And makes a ball change in the 10th frame.
Yeah, I think this is a great move to make a ball change. The one he was using, obviously not quite good enough. Hadn't struck in 4 shots since the 5th frame. Makes the blind ball change in the 10th. He's got to have all 3. If you don't think you can throw through with the one you got to make a change.
Needs 2 to tie.
There we go.
Nope. Kretzer moves on. Belmo. Perfection. Kretzer. 231. They both advance. Ah, the smile. Says it all. A 300 game for Belmo. And he moves on. His work, though, not done yet today.
Jack Link's Beef Jerky presents.